morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're watching this. My name is Brandon Aries, and welcome to The Sanctuary. Took a bit of a detour this week. That's right, this week is about war, the government, corruption, Black Mirror? Just kidding, but with all that being said, it's time to talk movie. And this week, Civil War. As much as I wish this said Captain America Civil War, it doesn't. Damn it! In a dystopian America, the movie follows a great cast. I mean, you have Ron Swanson, Mary Jane Watson, Pablo Escobar, Bono from Fences, the pilot to the USS Callister, and then a new fan of Mary Jane Watson.
You're gonna light up Broadway.
The group's goal is to have an interview with the president, although they're going from New York City to Washington, D.C. Pretty much everywhere they stop is like an active war zone. Look, I know that these type of films talking about the government and the military, corruption, bang bang, bombs, aren't really for everybody. So I'll be as practical and as me as I can be about it. In this movie, bombs go off like it's a bell for a charity donation. Oh, get down. Oh. More bodies. Not gonna lie, you're gonna see some graphic stuff. These journalists, instead of chasing tornadoes like in Twister, they're chasing active war zones to almost get a runner's high just by taking a picture. I think at one point, one of the characters said, "Ah, what a rush." Stop it. I get the thing about curiosity. But if your curiosity leads to an active war zone where there are gunshots and bombs, I'm not going to sit there and say, you know what would be dope right now? Seeing what they're firing at. No, nay, see who they're firing at. The visuals are really captivating. I gotta say, as a pro for this movie, it's excellently shot. Then you have each shot from each perspective of the camera that tells a different story. And for storytelling purposes, I give you +1. Why am I giving points? There's not a metric system. There's just the stars. Some of the interactions are very basic, but still giving you that feeling of being unsettled. And yes, while they're going through active war zones, you kind of have to weigh each word like it's on eggshells or like you're about to step on a landmine. The beef that I have with this movie is that it doesn't really line up with the trailers. I was under the impression that this film was going to be almost documentary style, with going through and seeing the events unfold of an American Civil War. But I kept getting the vibe that they were just trying to raise the ego of these journalists for no real rhyme or reason. Another thing, for as long as these journalists have been doing this, it feels like they really don't have a plan or any sort of preparation, organization to getting to DC. A lot of the quote unquote development of these characters feels very surface level. Like you don't really get any deeper other than the other side of the camera. It doesn't really feel like there's any stakes until halfway through the movie. And because of that, it doesn't give me a sense of attachment or care for wanting to learn more or be attached to these characters. If it was entertaining or they did it in a style at the end that kind of brought everything full circle, I'd forgive it. They didn't do it. I couldn't help but get the vibe too that this movie was very centered around the perfect shot trope. And yes, if done right, is great. But was it? Another thing that doesn't make me care about the characters is the fact that they're all kind of bland. Like, I get they're going through a dystopian time, but give us some emotion. Like, they're playing this role of a dystopian America too normal. Like, oh, it's just Tuesday for us. No! Something's wrong in America. Act like it. If you don't act like you're trying to do something that's going to impact or change the way of the world, I'm not gonna care about it. The ending is intense and definitely gives you the space to breathe with it, but after the whole entirety of the movie, I was already left with a bad taste in my mouth. So I was like, I really don't care if these characters live or die. I just want to be done. If it wasn't for the excellent cinematography as well as an intriguing concept, I'd probably give this film a lower score. And who knows, maybe I'm in the minority for this review, but that's for you to decide, because I'm giving Civil War a 1.5 out of 5. I wouldn't see this in theaters. Definitely wait till it gets on streaming when you have a little more than an hour and a half of time. Those are all my thoughts on Civil War. Let me know if you're going to see it, or if you did see it, put all your thoughts in the comments below. And if you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. It is always so much appreciated here in the sanctuary. And if you're new, hit that subscribe button. And next to that is a notification bell for every week this loving father, lover boy is on your feed. And in case we don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace. Yay.